We stand on the shoulders of those who laid the groundwork for us. They saw the need for an organization for black dentists. They overcame the atrocities of Jim Crow. And because of them, today, we are a legacy of leadership, a tradition of service. We are the National Dental Association. In 1900, 12 Howard University dental alumni met in Washington, D.C., and founded what was then called the Washington Society of Colored Dentists. There was a need for a professional dental organization to address the needs of colored professionals. They planted the seeds for what later became the National Dental Association. In 1913, the Tri-State Dental Society was formed and included D.C., Virginia, and Maryland. By 1918, members from other states had joined, and the name changed to the Interstate Dental Association. Word spread across the nation, and new chapters formed. In 1932, the name officially changed to the National Dental Association. In the early years, the strength of the organization came from persevering men and their families, determined to create an organization they could call their own. The first secretary-treasurer was Dr. John Andrew Jackson of Charlottesville, Virginia. He and his family were the foundation upon which the organization was built. Every member of his family served in some capacity. The NDA owes a debt of gratitude to their passion and commitment. When the patriarch died in 1957, his sons, Dr. George Franklin Jackson and Ellard Punjab Jackson, followed in his footsteps. Punjab served as executive director for 25 years without pay. At the height of the Jim Crow era, the NDA continued to fight for the rights of Negro dentists. World War II veterans returned home and faced discrimination and bigotry. They were denied their basic rights. Negroes were not accepted in mainstream society and could not join the all-white American Dental Association. Civil rights laws attempted to correct the injustice. Dr. Eddie G. Smith wrote the first NDA Constitution and formed its first House of Delegates. NDA leaders argued passionately before Congress to include dental care in both Medicaid and Medicare programs. However, the heavily funded ADA struck down their efforts in Medicare. In 1965, the Medicaid bill was enacted, ensuring that poor children received much-needed dental care. However, even today, dental care for seniors is not covered under Medicare. The passage of Medicaid attracted new members to the NDA. In the 60s, the Black Power, women's rights, and student movements transformed America and the NDA. The NDA moved its home office from Charlottesville, Virginia, to Washington, D.C. An executive director was hired, and the annual convention adopted a more sophisticated format. The NDA umbrella of family organizations was unique. The National Dental Assistants Association, the National Dental Hygienists Association, auxiliary to the NDA, and the NDA Foundation are vital components. In 1972, the student NDA joined the family. Throughout the 1980s and 90s, the NDA raised its profile. In 1989, Colgate-Palmolive and the NDA became partners. Colgate has provided funding for dental research and millions of dollars in scholarships. In 1993, the NDA Women's Health Symposium was formed to address the needs of women and to honor their achievements. The Corporate Roundtable was formed in 1996 to provide resources and strategies for win-win partnerships. After 84 years, in 1997, the first woman was elected president of the NDA. 1999 strengthened strategic alliances cultivated to expand the organization's realm of influence. These organizations are valued allies. It became vitally important for the NDA to publicize its positions and to influence public policy. In 2000, the first NDA component, the Freeman Dental Society, celebrated its centennial. The first ever Surgeon General's report on oral health in America was released. In 2005, in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, the NDA led the movement to enlist the support of other organizations. In 2009, the NDA co-hosted the Roundtable on Oral Health Disparities with the Department of Health and Human Services Office of Minority Health. For the past 100 years, the National Dental Association has been leading the way for dentists of color to provide quality oral health care for the underserved and underrepresented. The National Dental Association, a tradition of service, a legacy of leadership, making a difference in the lives of millions.